All right, guys, so the second attack from the turtle position, some people call this the crucifix choke, all right? So same thing, always hip-to-hip pressure over here. I'm always making him carry my weight. Be aware of overcommitting on the side over here so he can strap your arm and roll you that way. Be aware of that. Sometimes it's best just to keep your hands on his elbows or shoulder, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do here is he has a really tight elbow in. He's aware of me trying to infiltrate him and trying to attack him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab his elbow. See how I grab the outside of his elbow? And yank it up. The only way this works is if there's hip pressure, all right? If I'm driving my hip into him, it's easier for me to yank this up. When I yank it up, I'm gonna lead with my heel. It's almost like kicking him with a heel, all right? So there's no other way of doing it but leading with my heel. As I lead with my heel, I continue to drag his arm back as my knee goes to the ground. When my knee goes to the ground, I pinch, all right? Like all my weight's on him right now. So from this position, my hand goes underneath his wrist, nice and tight, and I roll that way. Sometimes when you roll that way, it's a little awkward, right? You're trying to roll straight over him. Don't make a big deal out of this roll. It doesn't have to be fancy. All I want to do is get over to the other side. So I look towards the same way that he's looking. Adam's looking that way, so I roll over this shoulder and I look that way. Whatever you do, don't look that way. That's just too awkward to look that way and you're gonna hurt your neck. So all you're gonna do is look in the same direction that he's looking. I get on my tiptoes right here just to give me a little forward motion and I roll on the shoulder. All right, this is not a huge roll, it's just a simple roll forward. When I roll forward, move that way a little bit, Adam, I do not want him getting his head on the mat. If he scoots away, shrimps that way, Adam, and he gets his head on the mat, he will escape. All right, you don't want this to happen. So therefore, rewind, Adam, please. As soon as you get to this position, get on your side and start to attack the neck. Hand underneath the armpit, I feed his lapel, nice and tight. All right, super tight. If it's tight right here, this hand doesn't matter. All right, super, super tight. Adam is super flexible with his shoulders. Like he can do stuff that I can't do. So having this leg over his arm is not the best thing ever. For some people, this is sufficient, having my leg where it is. For a lot of flexible people, I want you to switch. By switching it, it allows more hip pressure on his shoulder and it buys you more time to choke him. So this outside leg over is how you were in the beginning. It's okay, especially if you're not very flexible. If Adam wasn't flexible, I can hold him here and still choke him. But with a young, flexible guy, that position with my leg over like that, it allows him to almost like Americana himself and get out. See how he's starting to get out? All right, so you can't allow that. So as soon as you roll, you switch. And it happens at the same time that you're choking him. So I feed the choke, I'm cheek to cheek with him. My hand goes to the elbow and I put it behind my neck. As I put it behind my neck, now the choke is applied by pulling on the choke and sticking my chest forward. I pull on the choke and I stick my chest forward, and look how I kind of crucifix him. That's the crucifix choke from the turtle.